One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children. Our future is our children. Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
Alright, peace y'all, peace, peace, peace. So in this video, we're going to be going more into detail about how Hollywood works and its spiritual practices. Now, as of recently, Mel Gibson had just came out and made a public statement speaking on pedophilia. Now, as we know, a lot of other celebrities have tried to come out, such as Anne Heche, to speak against pedophilia in Hollywood, and their lives have met their demise. But with Mel Gibson here making a documentary and actually going through it, it may be critical for him pretty soon. Now, in 2006, Mel Gibson was blacklisted from Hollywood for speaking out on his opinion about how Hollywood is ran and its liberal belief system. Now, we all know Hollywood studios are drenched in the blood of innocent children, according to Mel Gibson. He said that baby blood is so popular, it's basically a currency of its own in Hollywood. Now, I've spoke about these practices in my video, which is titled Spiritual Currency, right? And I basically showed you guys about a dream room and things of that nature, right? But unfortunately, I'm not able to put videos like this on YouTube due to situations of it being blacklisted. Now, when you go to the site here where Mel Gibson's statement was originally posted, it is no longer there, which tells us that there is some truth to this story. Now, I'm going to read a few points that Mel Gibson brought out and how a lot of these spiritual practices are done. So he says, Hollywood studios are drenched in the blood of innocent children, according to Mel Gibson, who claims the consumption of baby blood is so popular in Hollywood that it basically operates as a currency of its own. Hollywood elites are enemy of mankind, continually acting contrary to our best interests and breaking every God-given taboo known to man, including the sanctity of children. Mel Gibson then said in London, where he was promoting his role in Daddy's Home 2, his most prominent on-screen role in years, "It's an open secret in Hollywood. These people have their own religious and spiritual teachings and their own social and moral frameworks. They have their sacred texts. They are sick, believe me, and they couldn't be more at odds with what America stands for." Now, this brings to mind, of how a lot of these people, like Lady Gaga and Ellen saying that, Sandra Bullock as well, saying that they poke their face with baby blood, all right? Even Lee Daniels actually came out and said the same thing, right?
I suck baby's blood and put it on my face. Okay.
But these people are really sick. These people are really sick, and a lot of stuff goes on in Hollywood that majority of people don't understand takes place. All right. Mel Gibson went on to continue to say about these practices that are used in Hollywood. He said they are abusing kids. They churn through a huge amount of kids every year, their spiritual beliefs. If you can call them that, direct them to harvest the energy of the kids. They feast on this stuff and they thrive on it. Yeah, that's kind of strange that he would admit that, but this is what goes on, right? And then he goes on to say, what do I mean? This isn't some kind of artistic abstraction. They harvest the blood of children. They eat their flesh. They believe this gives them life force. If the child was suffering in body and psyche before it died, they believe this gives them extra life force. This is a creative and loving force inside most of us that guides us through life. These people don't have this. For them, it's the opposite. And that goes in the whole hand in hand of selling their soul. All right. Now, when you sell your soul, you basically don't have any love. All right. And this is what he's basically saying. A lot of these children that go abducted and come up missing, they're innocent. And Hollywood plays on this innocence. Some of these people, they pay up to thousands of dollars, for a child. And it's pretty sick how they do this, but this is what happens. He went on to say, Hollywood is drenched in the blood of innocent children. For a long time, all the references to pedophilia and cannibalism were symbolic and or elusive. But I was personally introduced to the practice in the early 2000s. I can talk about this now because these people, the execs, they're dead now. The blood of a is considered highly enriched and highly prized. The money changing hands, the favors, the kickbacks, you have no idea. A high functioning currency all of their own. These are their premium brand of high grade caviar, cocaine, diamond, steak. Alright? So to them, it's basically a high profile situation, okay, that most people don't really know. But all of these practices actually come from Aleister Crowley. All right, this is why he was the leading person, in Hollywood, the most wickedest man pretty much. All right, as we pay attention to today's society and how we're misled and misguided by a lot of these entertainers that are put on pedestals to show us or broadcast negativity in their music and in their actions. Sukihana was born November 15th, 1991 in Wilmington, Delaware. In 2016, she would star on Jerry Springer with Instagram comedian Seafood, and they would both continue to do skits and gain a great notoriety of followers. The following year, Sukihana would make a public statement admitting that she sold her soul and made a mistake, while Seafood, the comedian, on the other hand, changed his life and turned to God.
This music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream. And, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, and
now it makes you think, why would Seafood turn his life around to God and Sukihana admitting that she just made a mistake? All right, but these are the things that take place. Sometimes these people see things that change their mind and they live with regrets of selling their soul. She would then continue to go on doing Instagram skits on her own while her followers continued to grow, but no longer working with comedian Seafood. In 2019, she performed a humiliation ritual with her then boyfriend while doing a sex tape. In 2020, Sukihana got her chance on the TV show Love and Hip Hop and released a collective of songs that promoted prostitution and sex to young children. Now, we all know Sukihana is no innocent person, but as her being in the tabloids as of lately of men violating her, this is just the nymphomaniac spirit that is being exploited. Now, there are plenty other celebrities and YouTubers that have admitted to selling their soul on camera.
Go sold his soul, so did.
Did I sell my soul? I sold my soul for you. Now figure that out.
The fastest way I could do it was by doing that. I wasn't happy already, so I'm like, what can make me happy? Which I asked for money and fame, and yeah.
Really following and, just excited after musicians, because a lot of these people have sold their souls to the devil. I don't say that to be like, but no, it's a real thing. Like I said, I've seen it. It was in the scene, right? And I would even see that stuff before I was saved, and I would just be like, oh, whatever, the devil's not real. Like, that stuff's probably just whatever. But no, now that I think about it and like I am saved, I'm like, whoa, I actually saw some crazy.
Now, most people ask, why is Ice Spice so popular in these days and times? But if we take a look, like I told you guys before, it's always in the name. She's named after the goddess Isis, all right? And a lot of these entertainers, they know the connection to that. Now, if you're born with the name of one of these goddesses, there's no shade to you. I'm just explaining to you, this is why these people are picked. They're picked for specific reasons to gravitate towards that energy of that deity. Now, when we pay attention to a lot of this stuff, y'all, I just want to show you that, the entertainment business, it's it's not fun and games. A lot of people believe that you just gotta have talent and skill to make it, but there's a lot more that goes behind this. All right, a lot more evil practices people are not aware of, and it goes in all circles of entertainment. So I hope I broke that down for you guys, and I'm gonna get to more videos shortly. All right, peace.